about where this place is now, in case they wanted to come. Bullet. Why do they make it hard?
Like you said, George, it doesn't pay to draw a crowd.
No, it doesn't. Bullet. No.
It's like those old days at Mooresville Armory where you used to lock the door as soon as rent was paid.
That's
now, I'm sure that's breaking fire code. But it's not a bad strategy.
I'm glad I ain't got to worry about none of that, Bullet. I'm glad I ain't got to worry about drawing a crowd.
I know. I did.
There's too much pressure.
I thought you were crazy when you used to lock the front door of Mooresville Armory as soon as rent was paid. But now that makes sense.
Bullet, listen.
Now, the fire marshal, like I said, would not agree. But
there's too much pressure with drawing a good crowd. I mean, really. You think everybody be patting you on the back, but anyway. What the heck?
I know. It puts everybody's hand in
where
the
they going to run? There's no place there now. So, but draw 100 people and you got to find another building. Okay.
Yeah. All right, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, people.
Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Yes.
You hear the claps. You know what time it is. George, how was your weekend?
Bullet, unbelievable as always. We're here at Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle, major TV studio. There's just a few of us left, Bullet. The storm is coming, but it does not stop us. The mailmen got their motto from us. Mm-hmm. So we are here. The snow is coming down. The ice is coming. Maybe more of it tomorrow. But what a good reason to curl up to a good book. That's your line when it's over, Bullet. I can say that. But anyway,
no, it's okay.
What a good time to curl up to the second greatest book ever written, Bullet. I just want to thank everybody for a great weekend. Went back up to West Virginia, as you know. A huge TV taping. They did get the water situation up there straight, believe it or not. It was so funny because, you know, I did think about taking bottled water up there and selling it to the people. But anyway, great week, Bullet. Got back. Of course, here's the storm and stuff like that. But I heard a great story, Bullet. Before I forget, I want to share this. And I never knew this because we all know how much I love here at Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle TV, Harley Race. Mm-hmm. And, of course, the original Sheik, who I had the privilege of wrestling, believe it or not, in my younger days. But just met him that one time. But Harley tells a story, and I have never heard this, that when Harley, you know, we all know that through Harley's book that he started off driving Big Happy Humphreys, I think was the name. Big old huge guy, 700 pounds. And Harley said that he just got into the business and he drove him up there to work for the Sheik up in Detroit. And Harley was just getting into the business. He was married at the time, very young. But Harley said he met the Sheik one time. That following week, Harley's wife got killed in a car wreck. But Harley said some way the Sheik found out about it. So Harley said for the next year, I just think this is cool, so I'm sharing this. Harley said for the next year, every week, up to that year, he received a paycheck from the Sheik. Just to try to help him out. And Harley said, Harley was just talking about the Sheik and some stories about him and stuff. And I just thought, you don't hear that much about the Sheik that stabs you with a pencil. Yeah. But I just thought that was kind of neat, Bullet. And it goes back to what we always say here about how the boys used to take care of themselves and everything, but take care of each other. But I just thought that was kind of neat that for up to a year, you know, the Sheik gave Harley a paycheck. Harley said he didn't know me from anybody. He had just met me, but he had heard about my wife dying in an automobile accident. And I just thought that was kind of neat, Bullet. People say, man, that's how you starting off? The man lost his wife. But no, it was just neat how, and I kind of missed that, Bullet. You know why I'm sharing that, how we kind of used to take care of each other, Bullet. Yeah. Of course, we don't do that now because we lose our buildings. But anyway, that's a whole nother story for another time, Bullet. It doesn't pay. It doesn't pay to sell out. But I did see, Bullet, your great interview that you had up. You'll be returning to Omega.
Yes,
right?
Next weekend.
Yes, next weekend. Around the 22nd or
22nd
something.
22nd in Smithfield, North Carolina.
Yes, that's huge. I think the Hardys going to be there, but just a huge show. I would appreciate if you would quit getting discovered. Bullet.
Oh,
okay?
Don't worry. It was someplace where I was supposed to be discovered. I didn't go. So weather was bad. So,
but
if this weather would stop, I'll continue to be discovered. But this weather keeps coming down and blocking everything.
Well, you know, I cannot be prouder. You know that, Bullet, as a trainer and as a friend. That you know, that's my hope as my kids, as I like to call them. They learn and then and you've been around as long as I have, Bullet. Everybody just now discovered you, but to get on these shows, I get a lot of thrill and a lot of excitement out there.
Yeah, because that's what it takes is getting on shows, getting on bigger and better shows.
It sure does.
It's just like back when you were starting the ideals when you were doing those Johnny Hunter shows.
Yes.
The goal was to get to Crockett, get to those TVs,
exactly right.
Then to get booked through Crockett, to get on those house shows, to get those bigger pays.
That's exactly right. And you young guys, that's what we try to educate you. Is you never know who you're going to meet at these shows. And you know, Bullet, my whole career for 40 years, the bookings have picked up because you see somebody else at a show and ask, can they book you? And I go back to that story of Johnny Hunter. First time I worked for him, he told me, well, I can't pay you. But, Bullet, my dream was beyond that. And I said, I don't care. You mean you get paid? I mean, I know all that's changed and stuff like that, but that's a very good point,
But just
Bullet.
to get on the shows, and then
Sure
you
was.
got to take a deep look at yourself and like, what sets me apart from everybody else?
That's exactly right.
Why am I going to? How am I going to get on that show?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And with all of that being said, Bullet, as we get ready to do my favorite section of the show, you know, this past week we have taught each other here at Rings and HighSpots.com and George South Training School that you do whatever it takes to get through the show. Well, this past Saturday, of course, they didn't have a referee. They needed a referee. So I refereed. And what was so amazing about it, Bullet, is what nobody knew is either referee or maybe work some of those guys in the dressing room. It was safer to referee, but that would kill the story.
In theory.
In theory. So I refereed. And what was so amazing about it is I couldn't believe, not the fans, they loved it, is the guys that felt like I was doing something bad. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to be good. They're trying to be fun. But here's the funny thing about it, Bullet. You don't realize, honestly, how bad some matches can be till you're reffing. Holy cow, Bullet. Bless Bronco Lubitsch's heart. I know now why he counted with his foot, Bullet. Why even get down? I'm telling you that. But here's the thing, Bullet, and I'm going to put this individual in the idiot bag for this particular reason. If you don't mind, Bullet, not the one that asked me to referee, because I did not mind that. I actually enjoyed it. Bullet, it was safer. I didn't even have to, I got the same money. Didn't even have to dress out. And you know I appreciate it. The only time I left my gimmick table was to go straight to the ring and referee. But there was a guy, Bullet. This goof's name is the Shadow. You understand?
I think we already have a couple of shadows in here. Yeah, I think we've already got one in there somewhere.
This Shadow I hate. I'm just telling you right now. This Shadow, he needs to go away. I'm just telling you, this Shadow needs to disappear where you ain't got a shadow. But
you gotta catch it and turn around real fast.
I'm going to kill the little groundhog that tells you it's going to happen. If he sees this shadow, if the groundhog saw this shadow, the groundhog would have stayed in the ground.
We would have winter forever.
It would I think that's the problem now.
Yeah, exactly.
Why there's a blizzard outside the door.
So let's blame Shadow for that too.
The stupid Shadow gets in the ring. I'm standing over the corner, Bull. I'm just reffing. I just want out of there, really, honestly, because after the first few matches, everybody's bleeding, everybody's about to die. So the Shadow comes in the ring, Bullet, and me, I could care less what your finish is. I don't care if you kill each other, but I do, as a professional referee, I do like to know when to count three, Bullet, okay? So anyway, the Shadow comes in, and he's an idiot and a half, and so I just asked him, and I don't, not that I care if he even knew who the heck I was, but if most refs got treated the way he was trying to treat me, I got to apologize to a lot of refs. That's all I'm saying, boy. What a complete jerk. But anyway, he just came in. I said, what's your finish? He said, what? I said, what is your finish? We sound like Laurel and Hardy, that old Who's on Third routine. I said, what's your finish? He said, what are you talking about? And the other guy's getting ready to come to the ring. I said, what's your finish? I said, he said, I don't have a finish. I said, well, who's going over? He said, what are you talking about? And so, Bullet, finally, I said, as loud as I could, I said, I got to know when to count three. Okay, and the people caught on. This idiot ain't never caught on. So finally, he said, "Oh, I understand now." He said, "The guy."
I could respect him if he was trying to be a butthole, like us being a butthole. The referee just yelling at him, count three. At least there's an answer there. But him not knowing where the
he didn't know. He didn't even know. Okay. Oh my gosh, Bullet! Oh my gosh! And then nothing can embarrass me, but that almost did. And finally, he said, "Oh, I know what you're talking about now." He said, and whoever the guy he was working, he said the guy's going to use like it wasn't a float over, which I hate, but he said he was going to use like a float down or something. It's the most unword that I've ever heard in my life. And Bullet, I swear to you, I didn't even comment. I didn't even say. I wanted to tell him right there, there's no such thing as that. But, so, this week, Bullet, the long story short, I just counted. I mean, I don't even know what they did. I think it was like a lockup, and I counted them out, Bullet, to be honest with you. But the moral of this story is they went for that finish, if you want to call it that, even though they don't know what a finish is. The guy went to the top. Chances are he's going to dive on the other guy because the guy's laying flat. Chances are. Brother fell. Bullet, I swear to you, he fell. And it had to kill him. I mean, he just failed. The ropes didn't break, nothing. The ropes I mean, he just fell. Boom. Hit the guy's knee. So I guess that's the float down or whatever it is. Anyway.
He floated down.
Brother, he floated down right on top of the guy. I counted 3, Bullet. They're still laying there, is what I'm saying. And so, this week, Shadow, Bullet, and probably the guy that fell down, and I think they're both dead. Shadow goes in here this week because just for not even knowing
what a finish is.
What even that?
It's one thing to be a butthole to referee.
Hey, oh boy, listen.
Because I've been a butthole to a referee many a time.
Even if you're a prima donna that never wants to lose, you know what a finish is.
Yeah.
Because you got to, you always want to win, so you know what a finish is. Yeah. But and on top of that, Bullet, they won't go in the idiot bag. But I heard a good story. There was another show going on down by the coast this week, and I heard that the second rope broke. I don't know whose ring it was, but the second rope broke, so they rushed out and they fixed it.
And they called you.
They were looking for you, Bullet.
They were looking for one of us.
Yeah, they said, we can't get Bullet on the phone.
We can't get George on the phone. So
Bullet, here's what, I wish we could have seen it to laugh, but they said they rushed out, they fixed the rope, Bullet, just for the show could go on, so they played the music. The next match comes to the ring, and guess what the first thing the guys did? They stood up on the second rope to do that famous, and the rope broke again. The rope broke again, right? And I hate to laugh or wish that on anybody, Bullet, but how many times have we said that? If that rope broke, you got to, chance, if they can fix it, bless their heart, thank the Lord that they fixed it. But the next match, both guys went to that second rope, and it broke again. And I think finally they just left it off and just whatever happened. But I just thought that was kind of funny, Bullet. If the first one breaks, you got to make sure everything's checked before you go back and do the exact same thing that broke it to begin with.
But obviously, it wasn't fixed because it wasn't done by you or me.
That's exactly right.
What happened.
That's exactly right. That was real fun. They were looking for us, Bullet. They couldn't find you, so they called me. But anyway, great week, Bullet. This week, PWX going all over the world, Bullet, wide open. This coming Saturday and Sunday.
Concord on Saturday.
Cabarrus Arena.
Yes, Cabarrus Arena, and then Winston-Salem at Ziggy's. Yes.
I got a joke there, but I got to wait.
Possible sellout crowd.
Gonna turn them away. Even us.
Turn them away. Yes. Yeah, even us.
They're going even the guys. Yeah. But anyway, we laugh at other people's pain, Bullet. But anyway. Anyway, I got so much to talk about that, but I'm going to wait, Bullet. But anyway, great week this week, Bullet. Going back to Ziggy's. Matt Hardy against Stan Lane, Caleb Conley, my guy.
Unless, that's if Stan Lane retains his title that Saturday against Cedric.
Yes, exactly. So, I win either way, because both of my children are in the playground. Right, yes. Bullet? Or in the sandbox, okay?
Now there might be one kid on the outside who gets a little sad that he don't get to play in the big sandbox.
Oh, I know that, buddy. I know that. So I'm excited about going, Bullet. Of course, we're going to be there both days. Cabarrus Arena, again, always do real good there, right there in our little hometown. So we invite everybody to come out. The second greatest book will definitely be there, Bullet. And we just got a great weekend planned. And it's just like I told several guys this week, Bullet, and we've said this many times, we get ready close. If you want to be part of wrestling, there's something you can do here. You know what I'm saying? Boy, how many times have we got to say that?
There's definitely something you can do. If you show up at the Cabarrus Arena or Winston-Salem very early, noon, 1 o'clock both days.
That's exactly right.
You show up, there's something we can have you do.
That's exactly right. Because Ziggy's is like a 3. I mean, it's an early show, right?
And we're going to set up very early in Concord as well.
Very good.
And then be there until probably 11 o'clock midnight both those days.
Very good. So we invite everybody to come out. A lot of stuff happening on Bullet. I know springtime's coming. I ain't seen it yet, but if we can just keep the shadow and that burned groundhog away from each other, summertime may come.
Yes.
Bullet, okay? Exactly. Bless the groundhog. You tried to tell me that shadow was an idiot, but I didn't listen. So, anyway, great time, Bullet. Thank you, buddy.
But before we go off, I have to most certainly bring something up that was brought to me. Oh, this is good. This is good.
Okay. I love good.
This is coming to me from my mother. Oh. She sent me a text message and let me know that she finally wrestled away my dad's copy of Dad, You Don't Work Your Wrestling. Finally got a chance to read your wonderful book.
Oh, thank you.
In my mother's retirement, she finally has enough time, and she finally, like I said, wrestled away from my dad and read this book and wanted to let me tell you that she appreciates all of your sacrifices and how you've kept your faith in this crazy world we know as wrestling.
Oh, boy.
So she is very much inspired by you and your hard tribulations and keeping the faith not only in in your faith, your faith
Right.
in wrestling, and your love for it.
I appreciate that, Bullet. Man, I can't even, I'm speechless, believe it or not, Bullet. No, I love her. Like, I needed another reason to love her, Bullet, but thank you very much for that, Bullet. And that's what, we all know when we finished the book, we wanted to, if somebody can take something from it, encourage them and say, man, he made me half crazy, but he had a love for professional wrestling, not only the Lord, but he had a love for professional wrestling, and I still, nobody can ever take that, and I just appreciate her saying that, Bullet. I really, really do. Thank you, buddy, and bless her heart for me having to, that she still loves me for putting you through this 60 episodes, I think,
This
tonight.
is
I meant to
60.
make it, this is 60.
That's why I kind of want to end on a little
I love that, Bullet. We need a little Hallmark card.
We're doing more than just throwing idiots in a bag.
That's
folks.
right, buddy. We got some emotion here, folks. Really, we take all sides. Bullet, we introduced to you right here, and I appreciate that so much, Bullet. That's awful nice of her here on the 60th episode. Thank you, Mom.
And if you want almost 150 pages of emotion, George South book is available at highspots.com.
I love that, Bullet. I don't know how to end emotional, okay? But I love your mom, Bullet.